So welcome to the Building Blocks of Bass. My name's Bob DeBoo. It's always a pleasure to be here to get to talk about bass and shed some stuff. So really excited about today. We're going to get into one of the greatest bass players of all time, one of the most recorded bass players of all time, if not the most recorded, and that's Ron Carter. So we've got a great little shot of Ron here. I just love this picture. The epitome of cool, always dressed impeccably, and his music is a reflection directly of the way that he looks and his demeanor. Anyways, everybody knows. I don't need to, I'm not here to sell anybody on Ron Carter. This is the man. This is the great Ron Carter. And so we're going to check out a track, I don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing, from this album right here with the master Tommy Flanagan, just trio, which is really cool. And I've been checking out this album for a few years now. A lot of great tracks on here, and the interplay is just fantastic. So it's a whole lot of fun. Now, what we're going to do today, now this is a fact, right? Ron is one of the greatest bass players of all time. Everybody wants Ron Carter's beat on his, on their albums, and there's so many albums because of that. So what can we do to play a little bit more like Ron Carter, especially in our walking lines? Like, he's been on some hip albums, like where he's playing electric bass and playing grooves. Gil Scott-Heron, Roberta Flack, bunch of hip stuff. But today we're going to be checking out his walking, right? And so, of course, his beat is undeniable. You can tell just from his quarter note that Ron is playing, right? So that's number one thing that we were going to listen for, and how to play like him and emulate him as best we can. So the problem is, or the thing that we're trying to work on today is, how can we play more like Ron Carter? So what I propose we do is to listen to some Ron Carter, and listen to a bunch of Ron Carter if you're into that. If you want to emulate somebody, just listen a bunch. Number two, play along. So play along with the albums, transcribe them, or if you just know the chord changes, play along, and try to cop that feel. Number three, copy, imitate. And then number four, we're going to try to integrate that into our playing, right? So we'll do our Ron Carter impersonations. But before we do anything else, let's just listen to the track that we're going to be studying today, okay? So I'm going to pull this guy up here. And this is, we're going to study 3 choruses of Ron's Walking Line, and this is from that album. So let's just check it out. Let's give it a listen. Nice. So sorry, I think there was a little bit of echo there for a minute of the audio, but hopefully that was coming through. And some of the things that we're listening for, right, is that beat, that quarter note attack, super clear all the time. Knowing where that's at is huge. Also, the length of his notes, super long, super legato and connected. That's very, very important to getting that kind of feel. Another thing that's really, that I always associate with Ron Carter, I'm not alone on that, is doing some pull-offs, you know, and we'll check out some of that in these bass lines here too today. So cool. Let's get into it then. So I've got, and you can find the transcription in the PDF down below. Just click that link. But let's check out a little bit, and I'll show you how I propose to practice this today. So what I'd like to do is to walk some of these lines, right? Figure that out, and then practice them in our own lines. Okay. So what I mean by that is we're going to. I want to listen to some of this again too, just to make sure that we're getting the feel right as we're practicing it. So here's just the first 8 from when Tommy Flanagan is soloing. So hopefully this audio is going to come through. Let me check. Are you hearing that? Nice. So this is, it's not going to work for me to play along with it right now, but what I want to do is just play this through a few times, okay? So I've got my metronome set at 50, which is really close to, and we're just going to call this beat 4, right? So they're a little over 200 beats per minute, and we're just going to dip down a little bit. But play it along with me, okay? So find where the beat is. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm trying to keep everything as long legato as I can, staying right on top of the beat. Having our own beat is crucial too. If you listen back to this recording, you know, Tony is really interactive, but Ron is always right there with the beat. And it's providing his own beat, which is huge. That's a big thing. He's not reliant on anything else other than his own beat. So that's a big thing. So here's how I want to practice this. And these are the chord changes directly from this album, as it seems. So what I want to do is to try to memorize some of this, just 4 bars at a time, and then we'll integrate it into our own lines. So what I mean is, let's try this first 4 bars of Ron playing from the transcription, and then let's play the changes of the second 4 bars. So the G minor, the C7 to F, and then the 2-5 back into D of our own bass lines. Okay? So let's try it like this. So we're going to play the first 4 of Ron's transcription, and then play our own bass lines, and then we'll go back and forth, okay? So try to memorize this first 4 bars as quick as you can. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to repeat it. Do the same thing, first 4 bars. And just loop this again. So this repetition should help to internalize this. The line, the note choice. Got it? So do you have that thing memorized? Just that 4 bars at a time. Like, I'm a big proponent, or I'm a big advocator of just taking smaller bites, really thoroughly chewing them up. So if we can get that 4 bars into our playing, that's a great thing. It's going to get us closer to the note choices like Ron would do. So let's do the same thing. Now let's check out the second 4 bars down here and try to memorize that. Okay? So let's just start with that second 4, play it through a couple times, and then we'll do the same exercise. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just to talk about the note choices too, clearly Ron is hitting the roots of the chords most often, and we'll talk about a little bit why he's choosing what he can play over these extended sections of the D minor, where you can imply different chords, kind of like in the second bar here. He's more or less implying an A7-ish type of thing. But let's go back to that second 4 bars. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do it again. Can you do it from memory? 2, 3, 4. again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so now let's try our own walking line. You can play the same thing, but let's try to come up with something that's your own for these first 4 bars, and then we'll put in Ron's line for the second 4, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. You. Ron. Oh, that's bad. You. Now Ron. So that's the idea, is that we're trying to like directly take from the transcription and try to find ways to put it into our own playing instead of just reading the transcription down. Some of the greatest things to do is to play along with the recording as much as you can to really try to get that feel right where it's at. What we're focusing on more right now is note choices. Let's do the same thing with the next A section here. So here is the next A section, and I'm just going to pull it up so we can listen to it here. Okay, so let's listen. Now this is up tempo, right? So hearing those eighth notes, da 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 ba ba da ba da 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 da, is crucial, but the quarter note is still holding on super tight. So some of the things that we're listening for here are those eighth note skips, like where he's putting them, and things that are idiomatic to the bass. Idiomatic, like using open strings and drops like that, dropping through the D string down to the A. Right? And then we're heading into the bridge. So let's try the same thing out here. Let's try to memorize this first 4 bars and then see what we can do. Let's listen one more time. Yeah, how about one more time? It's short. Cool, and then they go into the bridge, right? You can hear that moving. So we're a little bit under, but let's try to get that feel. So we'll do the first 4, that's Ron. Second 4, whatever you like, whatever you hear, and we're gonna stay on the F for those last 2 bars and not do the 2-5 back in. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Previous line, that's that. Now Ron, do you have it memorized? Ron, you, cool. All right, so hopefully that's working. Hopefully that's feeling nice. I know we're a little bit up-tempo, but we've not really worked on that before. I just wanted to get that into the repertoire of the building blocks of bass here. So let's flip it now. Let's do what we like for the first 4. And you can use that previous example that we were just shedding too, if you want to do the first 4, that line to put in the top. You can mix and match these, and you'll really start to get the flavor of his note choices. So let's look at the second 4 really quick, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is, of course, leading to an F7 for the bridge. Let's do it again. Hearing that 8th note is really crucial, and it's tricky at this tempo. But 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Again, try to memorize it now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, now let's mix and match, okay? So we're gonna do the first 4, whatever you like. I'm gonna play whatever I like. It'll line up, but then let's meet together with the Ron line there on the second 4 bars, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Here we go, Ron. You, now Ron. Now Ron. All right, great. Let's try this. Do you remember the first 4 bars of the previous example? Let's try to put them together. Let's do the first 4 bars of the previous example and then the second 4 of this one. See if it works. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. How'd you do on that? Right, we want to try to retain this. Now do the first 4 and see if you can do the first 4 of this example. See if you can do the second 4 of the previous example. If you remember that. Let's try it out. It was like this. All right, so let's do the first 4 here and then the second 4 of the previous example. Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's try it again. I think I messed that up. But we're getting the flavor of it, right? That's the idea. All right, so let's move on. Let's check out the bridge now. All right, so we can hear that line going into from that second A section, and so I want to talk about the chord changes that are happening here too, really quick. So the B chord changes, a lot of times they look like this. It's a 2-5 into B flat, and then a dominant 4 chord, this G, because we're in F. Well, if you want to say it's in F major, we can relate it to that, or you could say it's in D minor, but eventually it ends up in F, so let's call it F. So it does a 2-5 to the 4 chord. B flat would be the 4 chord. And actually this G9 down there would be the dominant 2 chord. So that's something we want to internalize. So here's the first A section, D minor, D minor, D minor, D minor. Ron usually puts a 2-5 or makes this a D7 type of job, leading to the 2-5 in F for those bottom 4 bars. So that's that. And a minor 2-5, if I can do this, right down there, the E minor to A7 happens the first A section and then the last A section to get back to D minor. So anytime we're resolving on to F, like the second A, it's going to stay on that F chord. But otherwise, we're going to do a 2-5 back into the D, okay? So let's look at Ron's line on the bridge here, and then we'll listen to it too. All right, so here we go. I'm going to play the bridge here. We're getting in some of the pull-offs now. So a little bit more flavor, right? A little bit more flavor. And let me slow this down. We can really hear this a little bit more. I'm going to move it down to 70%. See how it goes. So weird to hear that. But when you slow it down like that, you can really hear the length of the notes too. So let's talk about what we're seeing in this 4th bar here. So he's doing. Now some of the interaction with Tony kind of muddles up the 8th notes. It's hard to tell if it's a kick drum or something else happening on the kit that's interfering with the 8th notes, but I'm pretty sure that Ron's hitting this right here. So the pull-off, he's hitting, and a lot of times the pull-offs will go to open strings, especially the D and the G string. All right, so look at this 4th bar right here. He's F, B flat, A, hitting the A flat as if it's a quarter note, right? And pulling off, this is written as an 8th note, but it's really swinging, right? Make sure it's swinging. So you pull off to the G string, and then you re-attack the G string. So your right hand, or your pizzicato, is always playing quarter notes, right? Let's look at the second 4 bars now. So he does this, where he's playing the open G string. And the same idea. So he's plucking D, pulling off and then plucking again, but the quarter note never leaves in the right hand. And that's a drop, like a drop through the open string, right? Again, idiomatic to the bass, it really lends itself well, and that's a clear movement, that 2-5 back into the D minor, right? Okay, so here, play it along. I'll put it at 70. You play along with the track. If I try to do it, it's going to be out of sync right now. But awesome, and it's really right here. Right, so you can hear that kick, the kick snare interaction with Tony, kind of occupying that eighth note space too. So they're interacting that way. It's really so much fun to listen to and to listen, to listen to repeatedly. You hear them talking and communicating like they played so much together, so they know what's up there. All right, let's try this out. I'm going to call this beat 4. Again, the metronome's at 50, so we're really thinking this at 200, which is a little bit lower than where they're at, but we're practicing, right? So let's play this line. Let's play the first 4 bars, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. How does that feel? Right, so now this F7, you can play this kind of line even over a C minor. You can think F7 over a 2-5 in B flat. It's totally going to work. And that's what he's doing here, right? And just note that he's landing on a B flat. It's big time, really clear with the changes, hitting the 5th on beat 1 of this measure and finding his way down to that dominant 2 chord. So let's try it. Let's try the first 4 of Ron's transcription and then play whatever you like for the bottom 4, and I'll count you in as we repeat the exercise. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, that's hard to do. I'll count you in. And this should be G minor. I don't have that written there. And it's going back to D. So obviously this doesn't lead us back into the top of the bridge, but we're going to shed the bridge and just loop that. So I'll count you back in, okay? My bad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. This is Ron's line, right? Yours. G minor. All right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Remember, make these notes long. Do it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Ron's line. Yours. G minor. All right, let's do it. Let's flip it now, okay? Let's shed this bottom 4, and then we'll do whatever we want for the first 4, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how is this pull-off working for y'all? I'm not in the comments right now, but please leave a comment or a suggestion, anything that you're dealing with this, and we'll hit it at the end after we practiced a little bit more. But I'm really trying to keep that quarter note in my right hand happy all the time, not stopping the note before I pluck again, but like pulling through the string, trying to make it sound like a ride cymbal. Hit that attack. Let it ring until you play the next note. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so let's do our own bass line for the first 4 and then Ron's for the second 4. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right, that's the idea. So you can mix and match these, right? We'll check out some other bridge examples and we'll get into that. But let's move back to our A section. So we're still just hitting the first chorus. Now this is real hip. Remember what we were just doing on the bridge? We was playing G. That idea. He does the same thing now on the last A section of the first chorus of Tommy's Mr. Flanagan's solo. So let's listen to that real quick. And realize that gets a little bit high there, and you can hear the interplay with the kick drum, so it's a little bit hard to suss out what notes these are, but I'm pretty sure that Ron's doing this. Which is very similar to what he was doing in the previous, in the bridge, right? So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to slow down the recording and play it for you. Try to catch up, okay? I'm going to do it at 70%. Try to play along with it. See that kick drum kicking there. Right, and so we have to talk about it too, that Ron is going up a little bit higher here towards the end. If you're not into reading the bass clef at all, I apologize, we just use yours. But if you're not into reading these ledger lines, let's just go through that really quick. These are the last two bars. It's F, G, A flat, A, B flat, A flat, A natural, and then that open D string to get us down to that 5 chord leading us back into the D minor. All right? Let's try this bass line out all together now. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think these are actually just quarter notes. And I'm talking about on that C7 chord, you see those where they're in eighth notes. Some of the pull-offs and extra things that Ron's doing, it's hard to ascertain. So at one point I thought those were eighth notes. Let's just play them as quarter notes for now. Let's do the whole thing again. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Again, this is the last A section, right? So Ron is really implying a lot of F minor here, or F at the last two bars. But this that B flat is like the flat 5 of the 2 chord, right? So that you could say this is an E7 leading into A7, which is going to get us back to D minor. So note choice, huge, right? All right, so let's do this. Let's try the first 4 bars of Ron's. We're going to loop this last A section. We'll do Ron's line and then do your own line. Or if you remember any of the other ones that we've shedded, insert those there, okay? Remember, we're trying to emulate as much as we can with note choice and with feel, and always go back and listen and play along with the track. It's going to make a big difference. Let's try it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Whatever you like now. Ron. Ron. Oh. Cool. So these pull-offs on the D string, I need to shed that a lot more. Doing the pull-offs with these thicker strings, you really have to get your finger to do that, and to get it in time and make it feel right. That's a trick. Let's flip it now, okay? So we're going to do Ron's second 4. We'll do your own first 4. Or if you want to take from another section, that's even hipper, all right? So you do your own 4 and then Ron's 4. Own 4, Ron 4. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Cool. How's that going? Nice. So again, you can find the transcription down below. Just click the link and you can get the PDF of these 3 choruses. Of course, we are going to just continue shedding on this. Let me know in the comments what you think of this way to practice bass lines. My goal is to, of course, try to get closer at Ron's note choices and to get that spirit of his walking line, which nobody else can be Ron Carter, right? Nobody else can be. He doesn't want you to be Ron Carter, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. But you know, we can definitely be inspired by any artist, and you know, and what better a person to do than Ron Carter, right? Let's check out this bass line. This is the second chorus of Tommy Flanagan's solo. And let's just give it a listen. I think this particular A is just really hip. I like the beginning of it. And you'll note too that I've got an A7 written here. Again, we did this a while back when we talked about modal playing, implying different chords. So if you're playing D minor for 4 bars, it can get tedious. It can get really repetitive to try to just think D minor the whole time and land on a D or land on an F or something like that. But you can kind of imply the 5 chord of the moment. So in this case, that would be A7. It's pretty clear that he's playing A, E, C sharp, that he's meaning an A, at least a triad right there, right? And it always flows back into this D minor. And of course, you might not always see, if you're just checking out like a real book or a lead sheet or something like that, you might not see this, but this is definitely what's happening. It's like a 2-5 leading to that 2 that's like way down there on the 5th bar. So making this D minor into a D7 propels that into the G minor a lot better. So just note choices, things that I'm noticing here. Let's give it a listen, all right? I'm going to slow it down first. I'll put it at 70, and you can listen, and then I'll put it at speed. So here we go. Here it is, right there. Right, so you probably noticed on the C7 leading into the F, I've got this tie, and I think Ron is hitting both notes. He's letting that C ring. That's another real Ronism thing too, those double stops, right? Especially in 5ths. So I'm looking at the 6th bar, the C7. Is that the 6th bar? Yeah, whatever, the C7 leading into the F. So let's look at this. So C. Right, and then he's getting back to the top. So let's just play this around that tempo for right now. How about 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top here. So that's an enclosure of the 5th. Here is the 5th itself. That's just a beautiful line right there. He's done this before. Something similar. Chromatic motion of the C. So he's hitting the roots when these chords are happening. Hold it out. Still, the right hand is just doing quarter notes, even with all these pull-offs. Crucial, right? Let's try it a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. All right, let's listen to it at full speed now. Full speed ahead, Ron. Here we go. You ready? From here. Right. So it's kind of weird to get it just in these little snippets. What's up, Stella? How are you? Oh, I'll knock the light there.
Can I play the one game?
Maybe in a little bit, okay? We're practicing right now. So let's try this line. We're going to do the first 4. No, not right now. I'm using the die type right now, okay? All right, I'll see you soon. So let's try the first 4 bars, and then we're going to do our own bass line for the second 4 bars, okay? All right, so let's see if we can memorize these first 4 bars. Let's just shed that for a minute, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do it without looking? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't. 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Not gonna lie, I totally cheated and I'm peeking at the screen right now. So that's all right though. But that's the idea, is you want to internalize this stuff, and we'll keep practicing it, okay? So let's do Ron's first 4, and then we'll do our own 4, and we'll loop this for a little while, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Now your line, whatever you want to do. Ron's line. I cheated a little bit, added a little skip. Ron. How's that going? Good. Let's check out the second 4 now, okay? We'll do the second 4 bars, memorize that as best we can, or internalize that as best you can, and then we'll put that into our own bass lines, doing our own first 4. I've already explained this, so let's start again. Here's the second 4 bars. Let's just loop this a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. One, two, 1, 2, 3, go. One, two, 1, 2, 3 again. Okay, cool. So let's do our own line or another line from the earlier transcription that we've been shedding for the first 4, and then put in Ron's line here now. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Now Ron's line. Yours. That was Ron's. Yours. That was Ron's. One more time. Ron's. Cool. Cool. So this is just a fun way to practice this stuff. Let's check out one more, and then we'll go into the comments. I've got a bunch of other examples that we could practice, but I think really getting into the concept of this is something you can take further from today. I just wanted to show you that this is something I like to practice. All right. So let's look at this one. Here is the last A section we'll check out for today. Let's give it a listen. I'll put it on a little bit slower so we can copy it. All right. Here we go. Right from the top. That part is good. That C sharp. Of course, he's heading to the bridge there again. So let's listen one more time. And then that would be that F7 there that he's playing. Cool. All right, so let's try playing it. Let's just do the first 4 bars first. Try to get that in our ears and under our fingers, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so it was a bad count off and then I played it wrong. Let's do it half the speed. Let me count it off at a different tempo entirely. How about 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Particularly for this. That's really hit, man, to hit that, the C sharp. That's what I'm sure that's what it sounds like he's playing right there. So hit. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep going. Now that's heading to the F chord right there. Right? Cool. Okay, let's try it at speed. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's do our thing. Let's do Ron's first 4 and do whatever you like for the second 4. We'll do that a few times through, okay? Let's put in the minor 2 5s just so we can loop this instead of going to the bridge. So the second 4, just put it at F and then a 2 5 back to the D. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Yours. Ron's. Yours. One more time, Ron's. Cool. All right, so we could do that again on and on with the rest of this transcription. We're just taking 4 bars at a time, and we're practicing the sections. Of course, you want to expand that out to playing the whole tune and just keep working on that. But the vibe of the long notes, the undeniable quarter note where he's putting it all the time, some of these skips, these left-hand skips, pull-offs, I mean, and the long notes, and especially those notes that are tied together. Some of those Ronisms that are really, it'd be really hip to get into our playing. So keep shedding on that. I'm going to head on over to the comments, and we'll see what's going on there. Again, if you're interested in getting this transcription, you can click the link downstairs, and you can check that out. So, hey, Pittsburgh Bass Day. How cool is that? What's up? Good to see you. Nice. You were here for the naughty minor pentatonics. I'm still shedding that. Got my buddy Colleen's here. Ukulele bass. Got to hear it. Terry Hale's here. What's up, Terry? Good to see you. Yeah, yo, Pete. That's my man right there. So, okay. These are some of my friends, too, from our Bass All Access Pass, part of Open Studio's great new program that we've been doing, where we do things like this. We do guided practice sessions on Zoom privately for everybody that's in the Bass Access Pass. It's a super deal. You can find out more just clicking into the links downstairs, but you get access to all the great bass courses by legends like Christian McBride, Reuben Rogers. It's pretty incredible. And then we also have a bunch of extra things that are part of that. So for sure, I would investigate that if I was you and into getting better as a bassist. Okay. So Cosmo, I usually practice with the metronome on 2 and 4, and it's odd for me to practice on 3. Was I counting it off on beat 3? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was actually trying to hear that on beat 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a little bit there. All right. Cool. I'm not sure what's up, Rick. You didn't get your email today. I'm sure Andrew's helped you out. Cool. Okay, Roger's got a piece of advice for me here, and I want to make sure that I'm hearing this. Thanks, Bob. Make sure that Ron's feel of always playing on top of the beat doesn't get lost when you play the extra pulls 2 and 4. Ah, yeah, good advice, good advice. Yeah, and it's always the quarter notes in the right hand. So if we keep that really crucial, like really happening. And there's a bunch of exercises that we've worked on before for pull-offs. But yeah, keeping that time really pushing forward and right where it's supposed to be. So, all right, cool. I'm going to put this up here just because Ryan just made my day. Swing rhythm's amazing. Thanks, Ryan. Cool. Yes, Mr. Hicks. I've been deep into Mr. Carter the last couple months, so the lesson is really great. Awesome. Thanks, Rick. I'm glad you're into this. Who better to study than somebody like Ron? I mean, we've dug into Paul Chambers and now Ron Carter, and we could go on this forever, So, okay, let me check this out. So Bob, a fellow Bob, what's up? Cool, man. Thanks. I'm glad you like this, Bob. A Spotify link to the track would be great for those of us that don't own the disc and would like to transcribe it. Yes. So I can put up what the cover looks like here, Bob, and it looks like this. Oh, now I've got both things happening. So this is the cover of the album that I'm taking this from. It's Tommy Flanagan. The album is Master Trio. And I believe that it is on Spotify, and it's definitely on YouTube. So I know YouTube wants you to stay in YouTube world, so I can try to put a YouTube link after the session ends. I can try to put it in the chat here for you too, if you have any trouble finding it. And again, this is from It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing, which you want to know if you're trying to find the track, right? Yeah, so. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Okay, oh, I got a little bit lost here in the comments. I'm trying to find. Oh, yep, my man Andrew's got you right there. Yep. Okay. Yep, and Rick, Stella popped in. She was trying to get the iPad to play her game. These guided practice sessions are great. Ah, thanks, Floyd Shirts. Appreciate the support. I'm glad you're getting stuff out of it. It's always fun for me to do, as you know. Or maybe you don't know if it's your first time, but I love doing these. This is super fun. All right, Nick, hey, what's up? Good to see you again. Just dropping in to say hi. I've been at work over the 12 hours, 6 days a week. Dang. And not able to play that much bass. I can relate. Any tips on practicing when you're just always too tired from work? Oh, Nick. Okay, so y'all have seen Stella, and I have an older daughter too, but we actually have a third daughter who's 10 months old, baby Thea, and she's awesome, and she is a lot of work. And I am at this point in my life, I'm staying home with her in the days, so I take care of her during the days, and it's really tricky to practice. My solution for that is to stay inspired. How do I stay inspired? I listen to a lot of music, and that usually does it. I listen to a lot of music during the day while I'm hanging out with my daughter, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do that at work, but it's just really hard to not get into something. Maybe when you come home, put on a track that you know is going to inspire you, listen, make you want to practice. I know personally, before I was even involved with Open Studio and I had an account, so I was a customer before I was an employee or whatever I am at this point. And I would just get on the Open Studio lessons and find something that would just inspire me to practice. Even if it's Peter Martin's jazz piano, his regular jazz piano class, I'd get inspired by checking out stuff like that. So, I think that's a big thing. Also, if you can stay accountable, if you have a teacher, that's a really good thing to stay inspired to want to practice. Because if you know you're going to need to work on something for somebody else, or show that you've been putting in work, that can really help too, a lot. But I can for sure relate to that. And practicing when you're just too tired from work, I drink coffee. That's my advice. Maybe green tea, So, hey, we got a friend from Peru. What's up, Mariano? Glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Oh yeah, so Floyd Shirts, thanks for the tip. I try to listen as much as possible. It becomes background. Yeah, it's tricky, Nick. All I can say is just hang in there. Keep trying. If you get breaks during work, maybe listen a little bit more. Yeah. All right, Dave, my man here. I'd be interested in a look at Sam Jones and his bass line sometime. That would be really hip. We'll put that in the docket. That's coming up. So, all right. Absolutely. Damien, you're most welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for checking it out with us. Let's see. Oh, and Colleen knows. Customer first. Colleen would know firsthand. Yes, definitely. Mariano, what you got here? Do the upright bass players always play the open string whenever you have an E, A, D, G in the bass line? Do upright bass players always... Oh, okay. Yeah. We're utilizing a lot of open strings, right? Is that what I think that's where you're at. It does happen a lot. It does happen a lot because we can do these big jumps, like earlier when Ron was doing something like this. It'd be really tricky to go. And with the skips and the pull-offs, that just helps to add in a little bit of that extra flavor and extra spice, right? So using those open strings is really can come in handy for that without doing a lot of extra left-hand leg work. But just remember, as my buddy... who was giving me that? As my buddy Roger Hines was saying, make sure the quarter note is staying right on top of the beat wherever you hear that pulse. And playing along with the track is really crucial to that. So we were just looking in sections, you know what I mean? And going from the note choice point of view a little bit. But yeah, make sure any of the pull-offs, any of the extra spice, any extra sauce, like Christian McBride will talk about, make sure you've got the meat on your plate, that quarter note. That's where it's at. And you add a little flavor from there, right? Cool. But hopefully that's what you're asking about, Mariano. Okay, I got time for one more before we got a boogie. Nick, I love the coffee too. Yeah. Well, hang in there, Nick. I can definitely relate, and I feel for you. You know, nothing lasts forever, right? So, but I've been at jobs where it's been, you know, like all day long, just like, dang, I wish I could play the bass right now, you know, and you have to do what you have to do. So, but hopefully hanging out with us here will give you a little inspiration. And, okay, Floyd shirts. I will take this one, that's for sure. If you get lost, what do? Lay out or fake it or what? Okay, so I would say don't lay out. I would say first go to fake it. And really quickly, oh, okay, good. Sorry, I clicked the link. You're welcome, Mariano. Good. Floyd shirts. I would say yes, fake it for sure. But find out really quick. Well, first, don't get lost. Try to stay. It happens. It does happen for sure, especially if things get really heated. You can get lost. You're turned around, whatever. But don't get lost is the first thing. As best you can, so stay in the moment. If you're at the first A section, know that you're at the first A section. It's not about to go to the bridge. I'm not going to lie and say that I never get lost either. It does happen. But the next thing on that list of things that you need to do, if you get turned around or you're not sure, is to listen to the piano player, listen to the drums will set you up a lot of times, listen to any other cues, and sometimes you just ask. Sometimes you look over at the piano player and say, hey, bridge, okay? So it's better that everybody's in communication. So